We made it to Friday. It is Friday. Some of you guys probably got some camping plans, or you got trip plans, going out racing, fishing, all kinds of stuff. Let me know what you got planned for this weekend. I am going to hide inside in the air conditioning because it is super hot and muggy out, at least through tomorrow night. And then I think Sunday, we're going to take a ride on the bike, on the Harley, and maybe travel a little around to Wisconsin, see if we can't tell a few stories about some places I grew up or places I did fun stuff at. So that's what the plan is for me. Let me know what your plan is down in the comments below. Now, the other thing is, remember what Friday was? We're giving away the 4 slap koozies. Well, we did the drawing. I used the random number generator off Google, punched in the number. There was 76 of you that shared it. Awesome. 1 to 76, hit the button, and it gave us the winner. I've already contacted the winner. He seems super excited. Oh, that means it isn't you. Well, one of you it is, but okay. So let's go ahead and get this video started. So as of the time of this filming right now, we have 76 comments on the last video of people that have shared it. So we're going to use a random number generator in this video and pick a winner for the 4 slap koozies. So earlier I mentioned about going on the bike on the Harley for a ride, and that made me think of all the articles I've been seeing and the stuff out there about Harleys moving overseas. And one of my favorite things to do when I see an article is click on the comments, right? You got to read through there. And all these people throwing a fit, you know, oh, they're moving Harley overseas, and I'm going to trade in for an Indian. And so after I read all the comments, I read the article, and it says Harley's going to move stuff overseas so they can build bikes overseas for their overseas market, but all the bikes for the U.S. will still be built in the U.S. And, you know, I guess for from a business standpoint, that makes sense to me. You know, they said it cost them about an extra $2,200 to ship them over there as compared to making them over there and keeping them over there. So to me, that kind of makes sense. And here's a little story, you know, my story about Harley Davidson. And I'm not going to ever bash any other brands. I have family members that own a Honda shop in town. I purchased a Honda. My first real bike, I guess you'd call it, was a Honda VTX. I bought it brand new from them, and drove that from Wisconsin down to the tail of the Dragon in North Carolina through the Smoky Mountains. Had a great time, drove it all over. And then I bought my first Harley, and I was real skeptical because to me it seemed like older technology. You know, it was an air-cooled motor. I test drove the Gold Wings, but I really wanted, you know, a touring bike. So my options were like a Yamaha, the Gold Wing from Honda, or to get a bagger from Harley. And I did end up buying the Harley, and there was a difference. So I'd had bikes. I've owned a Yamaha, Suzuki, Honda. I've had all kinds of bikes. I don't care if you ride a moped. I'm glad to see you out on 2 wheels. I think that's really cool. I'll wave to anybody. You know, I'm not a die-hard, you have to own a Harley to be cool. No, if you're out on a couple wheels, man, awesome. If you're out on 3 wheels, awesome. So I bought my Honda and took the trip down to the Smoky Mountains, rode through there, went through the Dragon. And about the only people I ever talked to was the person at the gas station taking my money, the waiters and waitresses at the restaurants, and the people at the motels. I didn't think nothing about it. You know, I went down there for a trip and had fun. When I went to the bagger and I got the Harley, it seemed like every place I stopped, random people are walking up to me saying, "Oh, where are you from?" And how do you like your bike? I like this and this. And I started paying attention to it, and I kind of call it the Harley experience, I guess, that I never got on any of my other bikes. And, you know, I think a couple years ago I rode down to Florida. I rode down to Dallas last year. I'm riding to Nashville this year. Me and Paige went all the way out to Montana through the Rockies. All over the United States, and on that Harley, it's like these people just come up to you, and it's great. I appreciate it. You know, people in cars and trucks and people you'd never expect to approach somebody on a Harley Davidson to come up and talk to you and be so friendly and so nice. You know, I was kind of expecting the cold shoulder. You know, you look like a biker and you show up wearing biker clothes that you must be a bad biker. But no, actually, I was greeted everywhere with you know, warm conversation from people. The other thing I really liked about the Harley Davidson was you can go to their dealerships and you might spend a little bit more money, but who am I to talk, right? Go there and buy a hat, buy a t-shirt. You know, some of my videos you see me with Harley Davidson t-shirts on, and I really like that because on the back of that t-shirt it says what dealership that t-shirt came from. And so when I go through my closet, it just brings back a ton of memories, you know, of being all over the United States and the things that I seen and the people I talked to and stuff like that. And once again, I kind of call that the Harley Davidson experience. So when it was time for me to get another bike, obviously I went right back to Harley Davidson. I really enjoy that experience. And for me, I've always been taken care of, you know, just for little things, for like your oil changes and stuff like that. They've always taken great care of me. But I really enjoy that. I can go get a t-shirt and as a memory, as a souvenir of a place that I've been. As far as I'm moving overseas, it's a business decision, and I have no part, no say in their business. That's way over my head, but I could see how that would make sense if they could save $2,200 per bike. And that's what they're talking, that they would have to raise the price to their dealers to get the bikes over there at this point, you know, and that's maybe political, but we're not here for politics. We're here for tools, good times, stories, friendships, and making a great community. So I appreciate you listening to me rant a little bit about that. Feel free to leave some comments down below. So let's get back to the tools. We're going to take a look at the ECU HA 158. It's an under the hood light. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this or not. I know I showed you one time I was unpacking some, but this has just been a hot seller for me. It's this one right here. So it comes with the under the hood bar that can be adjusted on either end to hook underneath the hood of your automobile. I've had guys that run semis, and they will actually run it from in front to in back. And the cool part about this is this light is fully adjustable. There's a couple, we'll get it up there here. If you squeeze these together, you can slide this light up or down, however you want. You can also turn the light. Super bright, and we know that on camera it doesn't do it justice of how bright it is. We'll point it in the back there a little bit. So it has a high setting, it has a low setting, that'd be half power, and then an off. So it's 1500 lumens with that COD LED in there. Try to get a good view of that. Now, what I really like about this, I'm gonna hang it back up here, is that the light itself can be pulled right off of there. Super easy. Let's see if I can get this up there. There's a little push button here that we push, and this slides off the track. Then they have super high powered magnets on the back of this thing. I'll just grab a socket here, and you'll be able to hear it grab onto that. So not only can you use it as an under the hood light, you can take this thing anywhere, mobile, and shine it, because we never have enough light, right guys? You're trying to look at something, it's just, you can't get enough light. So you can use this underneath a vehicle, click it, you know, put it on a frame rail, don't leave it there, but put it on a frame rail or on an oil pan or wherever you need some more light underneath the car, or under the dash. You can use it all over the place. It's not fixed like a lot of the tube lights, and it's not so big like a tube light that you can't get it into places. So this is the ECU HA 158 under the hood light. So I just pulled these out of the package so we could take a good look at them. This might be one of those overlooked things on the dealer's truck. You know, it's small, it might be hidden, or maybe they don't have it on there, but kind of a really neat tool. It's a BRHC1, and it is a clip tool to hold brake rotors on the wheel stud. So as you're doing a brake job, you put the new rotor on there, and then you got to get the caliper lined up, but that rotor wants to tip a little bit. You put these on there, and there's different sizes. You can see the different sizes in there. Slide that over the wheel stud, and it'll lock that rotor on tight where you wanted, using the threads from the wheel stud to hold it in place till you can get the caliper lined up and everything bolted into place. You get a pair of them in the thing. It's a 2-pack. It's kind of hard to see. I'll pull this out a little bit. So it's a 2-pack of them, and just a neat little tool to help you out with brake jobs. All right, I appreciate you guys taking a few minutes of your time with me this evening. I hope you liked the video. If you do, hit the like button. Make sure that you subscribe if you like this type of stuff. There should be a little circle coming up that you can click to subscribe to my channel. And if you're interested in seeing about my travels on Sunday, let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I'll throw a video together, non-tool related, just about a little bit of traveling around Wisconsin. On that note, I appreciate it. Have a good night.